Guys, thank you so much for coming to my coffee class. Pampered Chef came out with this deluxe coffee maker. I'll admit I was a little afraid of it. I've been using Keurig for a long time, and this one does so much more, and it really is super easy peasy. But I had to read the manual. But I thought if I can show you how to use it, that's going to be even easier for you, right? So we're going to make 3 different types of coffee today. We're going to use grounds, we're going to use a K-cup, and we're going to use an espresso pod because this machine does it all. Now, while that's going on, I'm going to make also 4 different recipes from our secret menu. In-N-Out has a secret menu, Starbucks has a secret menu, and now so does Pampered Chef. This one is coffee, and I'm really hoping we come out with some more. Because okay, I did a little Google University today, and this did not surprise me. But drop your answer in the chat. What do you think is drinking more, coffee or tea? Think worldwide. Coffee or tea? What do you think? While you're thinking about that, I'm going to start off with making a cup of coffee using grounds. So we go to Costco, get the big coffee thing, and this little guy is called the Funnel and Scoop. Lucy's laughing because this is her favorite. This is the best little guy to level off and then pour without making a hot mess everywhere, because I know personally I'm good at that. This has a 2 tablespoon capacity. So I'm just going to go in and fill it up. Okay, I got a mess there. Now, hang on. Should have done this part first. This lock here has to be up or down to make it work. In fact, if you try brewing and this is up, it won't even start. So you'll learn that really fast when you go, why is it blinking at me? That's why. Okay, so this is the pod that works for coffee grounds. Okay. And if you're a house divided and some like this and some like that, everybody's going to be happy. So what I'm going to do is just level this off and pour those in just like that. Super easy. So I don't have coffee all over the place, which normally I would. And I'm going to put the lid on right now because I don't want to screw anything up. I am going to make a couple of short pours. Watch. I should have done, okay, watch this. When I try to turn it on, see this fast blink? That means, look, I told you, push this down to lock it. So there you go. And then it stops blinking. I'm going to do a couple of short pours in these coffees because I'm not drinking individual coffees, but I wanted to show you. So this one, this little plus sign helps it make a bolder coffee. The way that works is, this thing is so smart. The water sits in the pod longer than pushing it out faster. So that's how you get a bold flavor. In my house, we like deep, dark coffee. I'm just going to go with 6 ounces. Now you can see I've got options. I could go 6, I could go 8, 10, or 12. But for experiment's sakes, I'm just going to do a 6-ounce pour on this and push. You'll hear it start up. Okay, while that's going, and I hope you guys can hear me okay, I'm going to try this. The next one I'm going to show you while that's pouring out is the official name is Refreshing Peach Green Tea. So for this, I'm using our cold brew pitcher, which up until today, I have only made cold brew coffee in it. I am a huge lover of iced coffee, so it's almost like they made this just for me. So you can use grounds, and if you're going to use grounds, you would put your grounds here in the filter. But today, my grounds have peaches in it. Okay, I'm going to tell you how that came together. And I also did 5 bags of green tea. Normally, the tea is supposed to steep for just like 5 minutes. I told you I like strong coffee. I like strong tea. But if you didn't have grounds and you wanted to make a cold brew coffee, this is amazing. These are the cold brew pouches. In fact, I just ordered myself 2 more. And you put 2 in. You don't need the filter in when you're putting 2 in. And just fill it with water. Best to leave it 18 to 24 hours before you drink it to get that nice, rich flavor. I can't even tell you the flavor of these cold brew pouches. It's just like rich coffee. I do a lot of flavors in my coffees, and this has no other flavor added. It's absolutely delicious. So here we go. I'm going to pour a couple of these out. So it was hot water to get the tea to steep. 5, I try to get all the little tags to fall out, to stay out. Some of them fell in, so we're fine. Let me grab a couple cups. And they call this the refreshing peach green tea. So Lucy and I are going to taste it first without adding the last ingredient. I'll give you that. I'm curious to try it by itself. It's kind of tart.
It's good.
It's really refreshing as it is. Okay, so the way you're supposed to make it, let me just put a little bit more in yours.
It's good.
Wow. On a day like today, too. You know what else I would do next? Is I would probably go grab some mint from my backyard and just stir a piece of mint in. You know the maximum way to get flavor out of your mint or basil and that? Instead of muddling that, because you could get bitter, give it a slap. Just give it a slap. It kind of releases the oils and then put that in and stir it in. But this recipe says to add some sparkling water. So these are some of my favorite sparkling waters from Safeway. You know, they have a lot of aroma and no calories, a little bit of carbonation, and they've got a great sweet flavor. So I think this is really going to change up the flavor. There you go, Lucy. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah. Over ice?
Yeah, but I prefer.
You like it straight better. Yeah, this is really good. So just think about, instead of using peaches, you could use anything else you want.
Yeah.
You guys, this is a really good thirst quencher. They gave, I thought that's kind of a silly name, refreshing peach green tea, but they're right.
Yeah.
So cold brew pitcher, use it for infused waters, teas, coffee. I'm sure we could think of some more stuff too if we really thought about it. Let me get this out. So we were on vacation last week. I had some peaches that were about to go bad. So I just grabbed the stone fruit wedger, wedged the peaches up, threw them in a reusable silicone bag, threw it in the freezer. So when I came home to make this, it was all ready to set up. So here's my first cup of coffee. Okay, remember this is only a 6-ounce pour. Think about how much coffee we drink during the day when you see the reality of how big this is. But that's using the grounds setting, okay? Or grounds insert. Let me show you the next one. Now over here on the side, yeah, can you move it over a little bit? The side over here is the garage. So I just have to open the garage door, and here's where you keep all the different inserts. So the next one we're just going to go, the next one I grabbed is the Nespresso pod. So this is how you can use your machine to make espresso by using a Nespresso pod, and it's these. I know there's one called Virtuoso or something like that. We're using this one. And what you're going to do is you're going to put it in like it's upside down. Okay. And let me take this one out. I am not going to wash it right now. I'm going to do that later. Okay, here we go. Next one. Remember, push the lock down. And I think I will go for 4 ounces on this one. Okay. Can't hurt to go for bolder. Okay, there we go. Wow, oh, look at the beautiful. The Nespresso always has a beautiful creamy looking finish to it. Wow, that's 4 ounces. I don't think it's done. Okay, well, that's going. I'm going to make some Java chip frappe mousse. I know that's a lot to it. And just having this in my kitchen, smell that, Lucy. Just having it in my kitchen, I can smell it all the time. Okay, here we go. For this, I'm going to use my whipped cream maker. And I blew it because I went to get all the parts of the whipped cream maker and I forgot the little thing that goes on the bottom, because our new whipped cream maker can also be a decorator. So you're not going to see me use it as a decorator function because I'm missing one piece, which is out of my garage. So for this recipe, now on your whipped cream maker, there's a little line right there. That means it's a 1 cup measurement. This recipe asks for 3/4 of a cup. So I'm going to carefully measure with my eye just below that mark. Okay, exactly. 3 tablespoons of our fat mix. Now, prep mix does have a little bit of caffeine in it, but it is not coffee. So you're not going to use this in place of your coffee. It's a flavor enhancer. You can, in fact, we're going to add it to one other recipe that I'm making today. It's delicious. There's a recipe, you could do shakes. Oh, I didn't tell you all the different recipes on the secret menu. Okay, I can do this. So, 30 seconds of pushing up and down. Oops, I put that in. Okay, here's the other recipes that come on the secret menu. We have the Java chip milkshake, Java chip coffee boost, birthday cake milkshake, blueberry cobbler frappe. That one looks really good. Frozen blueberries. S'mores latte. I mean, what are your favorite coffees that you get at the coffee shop? Because you can make those on your own. There's a vanilla cream martini. We're saving that one for last. There is chocolate covered strawberry iced latte. That one looks really good. Then the peach green tea we made. Oh, a spiked affogato. Affogato is one of our favorite desserts. And then Java chip mousse. That's what I'm making now. We also have almond latte overnight oats. If you've never tried overnight oats, give it a try. We absolutely love them. Like I mentioned, I like cold coffee, so I think that's also why I like the cold oats. And let's see how we're looking here. And there's one more. Cold brew quick sickles. Okay, whenever you're lifting this lid out, pull this up to the top first. Makes it a lot easier. And let's see. Okay. That's mousse, you guys. And I'm sorry, because I should be putting it into my cute little cups that I had already here. Let me see if I can do one. Hang on. So remember, this was 3/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream to begin with. You know what? I can do a little bit more on this. Hang on. I can make this a little more. So it basically doubles in size. So this is not a big serving. If you wanted to make something like this for a crowd, I would definitely break out the beaters. But you're going to find that it takes you a lot longer when you're using beaters than it does when you're using your whipped cream maker. But if you need quantity, that's what you need. Okay, here we go. This is so good. Oh yeah, you can just see how thick it is in there. Here, I'm going to give a little bit for Lucy to try. I should have just given you the spoon. So if you do have your decorator tip on the end, this will come out so easy because doing it this way is no bueno. So that's where your whipped cream maker is really going to come in handy, is in doing something fun and small like this. Okay. I'm going to lick this. Lucy, here, I'm going to let you try this here. Thank you. Okay. Oh my gosh. I almost want to freeze it. This would be a great ice cream too.
Really good.
It's so good, you guys. Okay. Java chip mousse, 2 ingredients. It's Pampered Chef when it's just that easy, right?
So good.
Okay, so now you see I've added to my coffee. I am going to use this in a recipe, but really I just want to show you the different ways to use it. Okay, now the last one is for K-cups. And my husband, what he's been doing for his favorite coffee is he has 1 Nespresso and 1 K-cup and he's happy. So I also have some K-cups here. And on this one, now this is super interesting because this was a challenge to find a K-cup insert that was successful 100% of the time. And when this first came out to consultants, we had some trouble with it. So what they did is they extended the K-cup insert with a little extension. So when you're storing it, that just fits in there. And then when you're going to use it, this just screws on right there. Uh-huh. Hear that?
Very
Just
clever.
that easy. Now this goes in and it gives it, hang on. So I wish I could tell you because what it does is, see, this is so interesting because the cup isn't going down further. Did you hear that? It just popped the top of it. Okay, let's take this one out. And like I said, normally I would clean them, wash it, just rinse them out. and then put them back in, but we're not doing that right now. You don't need to see me rinse K-cups or pot inserts. So that goes in. You know what? I'm gonna get another cup just to be safe. So I'm just gonna do 6 ounces because we've got plenty of coffee here now. And hit that. Oh, the other thing you can do, if you notice, the holder is down at the bottom. So you can actually fill out a tumbler, something much bigger. I'm gonna move this up a little bit so that it's right underneath it. There's actually 3 spots. There's a top one too. So if I should have moved this up for the espresso, but we're all good. There we go. 3 different ways to use your Deluxe coffee maker. Now, okay, we've got the peach tea, we've got the Java chip mousse. Next is going to be I got to do this one next. The vanilla cream martini. So if you don't have a martini shaker at home, grab your measure mix and pour. Now, of course, I've got a martini shaker here, but I just want to show you a different way. This is great, of course, for your salad dressings, but it's also going to be great in this case to shake up your martini. And I've got my ice sitting here in my on-the-go bowl. So let me start off with some ice in the bottom. If you notice this is a little bit loud, it's mostly loud because of the pressure that it needs to have to get the water through the coffee pod. So it's kind of interesting. I've gotten to learn so much more about it. And we really worked hard with our manufacturer to make this the best it could be. I mean, they actually kind of complained that we were too picky. We're pampered chef. That's how it is. Okay, I am going to use my little mini easy read measuring cup. I am going to put my glasses on because God forbid I put too much vodka in here. So on here, you've got tablespoons, cups, and ounces. So for making cocktails, ounces is your most important one. So we're going to start off with, it's supposed to be half and half. I've got the heavy whipping cream. So it's going to start off with 2 ounces of that. I'm only going to put 1.5 because of the consistency. I could make up the difference with almond milk. I've done that in the past. And then we're going to do 1.5 ounces of vanilla vodka. Okay. If you're on a diet and you're trying to save calories, but you still want your adult beverage, let me tell you the best adult beverage ever. And that is vanilla vodka with Diet Coke, not Diet Pepsi. It has to be Diet Coke. It's very delicious. And that is my go-to for flavor when I want a cocktail and less calories. I know, vodka is even less, and club soda and all that stuff is even less, but I still want flavor. Okay, so we've got the 1.5 ounces of vanilla vodka, 1 ounce of a Bailey's Irish cream type thing. This is Dave's favorite. He gets this from Costco, and he says it's less sweet than the typical Bailey's. So there you go.
That is true.
You think so too? I never knew that. That's how he says. Okay. The next one is 1/2 ounce of our gourmet cherry almond syrup. So we have 3 of these. And if you notice, most of the time I'm staying away from extra sugar. My go-to sweetener for coffee is going to be these Jordan's 0 calorie, 0 sugar. Those are my favorite, and they come in tons of flavors. Buy them when they go on sale. There was just a buy 3, get 3 free, and I put that out on Facebook. To me, here's limoncello gourmet syrup, and there's also a brown sugar gourmet syrup. You can use these in cooking too. You can use these to flavor up whipped creams. I've seen some people brush them over a cooked cake to give that nice flavor, and it kind of sinks in. This one, use with your savory cooking also, like yams or pork chops, all that kind of stuff. So to me, these are my specialties. These are limited time only. This is a gourmet cherry almond, and we're going to put just 1/2 ounce in here. I mean, this is a decadent cocktail. Oops, I'll hold that the right way. This is a decadent cocktail here. So yes, there's going to be sugar. You see me? Ooh, half an ounce. Do you smell that one? The aromas are great. I started to say earlier, a lot of times when we eat, smell has so much to do with what we're eating. And that's why I like that seltzer water that I use to add into the refreshing green tea has a lot of aroma. Because if you're not adding calories, like really, that adds flavor, right? So if you're not adding that, there you go. The last thing is going to be 2 tablespoons of our vanilla cream frappe. Now, if you give me a choice of chocolate or vanilla, I'm choosing vanilla every single time. Smell that one.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So
Oh my gosh.
I just made the other day some
Oh, so good.
pineapple ice cream. So it's just pineapple, frozen pineapple, and frozen bananas. I think that's it. Almond milk, a little bit of almond milk. So I did that, and in doing that, I thought, let me add a little bit of the vanilla frappe to it, so that it's not just like frozen pineapple that I'm eating. And I have to tell you, I think I just put 3 tablespoons into the blender, and this made it taste more like a vanilla-y pineapple ice cream. So this is going to be my little additive now on all of my ice creams that aren't chocolate, which in Dave's world, everything should be chocolate. Okay, so here we go. Instead of having a real martini shaker,
Battery, 40%.
we're using our measure, mix, and pour. And sorry, I didn't get my fancy martini glasses out. They're up at the top shelf, and Dave is already golfing, so we're using these for our martini.
But that's so clever to use that.
Yeah, isn't that a great idea? A little bit more. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Our favorite sound. Okay. And then look, the ice isn't going to pour out of it.
That's amazing.
I know. By the way, I was the one that thought of this. I can't take credit. But it would be really pretty in a martini glass. Let's admit it. Okay, now, because this one is called the birthday. Oh, this is the vanilla cream martini. But don't you think it needs a little bit of sprinkles over the top? Oh, man. Are my sprinkles too fat to come out? Oh, they're falling to the bottom. Okay, you have to have whipped cream on the top of this to get the sprinkles to stay on top. Lesson learned. Obviously, I don't have enough sprinkles in my life. Give that a try. Thank you. Cheers. Oh my God. This is dessert in a glass.
This is so smooth and so
smooth. You get a little hint of, man, I want to turn this into ice cream too.
I love vanilla.
Yeah, you and I both. Yeah, we're vanilla lovers. Okay, there's one more thing to make, and I'm sorry, but I don't want to go.
So good.
Oh,
you guys need to try this.
Yeah, I have a group of girlfriends. We call ourselves the Martini Girls. They all need this in their life.
This is so good.
So good. So much. That's got so much flavor. It's thick, but not like too thick.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. That is the vanilla cream martini. Thank you, Pampered Chef, for that recipe. That is worth the price of admission. Okay, the last one left. Oh, let me answer my question that I asked you. You guys were almost on time. Worldwide, what is drank more, tea or coffee? Worldwide, the answer is tea. Tea, and then water is number 2. Actually, coffee or tea depends on where you are, so like where you grew up and how old you are. So it's a generational thing too. And this is a great fact I learned. It's estimated that the world drinks 3 cups of tea to 1 cup of coffee, which is good because we know how much more healthy tea can be. But the last one I'm going to make is the Java Chip Coffee Boost. So hang on, I'm moving my Deluxe cooking blender over here. And let me turn that on. Here we go. So we're going to start off with, oops, I didn't get my cup measurement. 1 second. Okay. So we're going to do with 3. And this one of the things about using the Deluxe cooking blender is that you want to put stuff in order. The reason for that is that you need to have a certain amount of liquid at the bottom in order for it to blend correctly. So this one says start off with 3/4 of a cup of ice. Then we're going to add, now this should be cold brew. Okay, but we're adding it just as is. I'm adding the coffee that I just made because I don't want to waste it. So 1/2 cup cold brew. Oh, I knew I was going to spill. It's because I kept it so close. Hang on. Let me get rid of that mess so you guys don't have to stare at that. So it would make me crazy. Okay, so this is so easy. You know what? I'm gonna put the whole thing of coffee in. I shouldn't even measure it, but technically it should be 3/4 of a cup. So let's see, how much do I have here? Just to see how much more I'm putting. I'm still spelling. So this is 1.5 cups of coffee total. I guess I could have added up the ounces, but didn't do that. Okay, let me get this here. Then 2 tablespoons of the Java chip. So here we go, back to this guy. This is going to give it plenty of flavor. You could finish it off with whipped cream and sprinkles and caramel and chocolate and all that fancy stuff. Oh, I did ask Starbucks, what is their most popular drink? What do you think it is? You guys can unmute yourself if you want. I'm sorry, I did that at the beginning because I heard some background noise. Oh, I didn't keep, okay, so this one, turn it on. We're at the custom setting. And I believe it was, I think it was the number 3. Hang on. Okay, tell me your guesses. What's the most popular Starbucks drink? Pretty powerful. Okay, 15 seconds to 10. Maria, did you have a guess on the Starbucks?
Yeah, mocha frappuccino. A mocha frappuccino. Okay.
Close. I looked it up, and this one I made sure I went to a reputable Starbucks site to get the answer. Any other guesses? The answer is iced caramel macchiato.
Oh.
Now, this is very similar to that. I think all we'd have to do is add some caramel into it, and then we'd get it. My girlfriend, Anne, who is also a consultant with us, her grandkids love some of those vanilla drinks. And so she, you could put vanilla in here too, Lucy, since we both like vanilla better. And she said that our Java chip and the vanilla is just like, cheers. It's strong because I doubled the coffee.
Oh, but it's good.
So I think a little bit of this.
I think you could use more ice. Yeah, but it's good.
More ice.
The flavor is so good.
And remember, my coffee was warm when this went in. Here's more ice for yourself. Was warm when it went in, so it definitely melted the ice. But I can imagine this with a little bit more coffee and frothed up. You can tell you're not getting just straight coffee. There's a little extra boost to it, and so that's going to be the Java chip. Lucy, you and I would both love this with the vanilla cream wrap too. We may put this back in and play with that because we can. Lucy had an even better idea.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Well, I hope that helped you. That way you got to see the Deluxe Coffee Machine in action with all the things that it does. It does have a nice big well of water so that no matter how much you're drinking each week, you don't have to fill it constantly. Get this out of the way. If you're a cold brew fan, I highly recommend these and our cold brew pitcher. All I know is you don't have to go spend an arm and a leg at a fancy coffee place because you enjoy good coffee. So keep that in mind. Hey, and I'll tell you what, I'm up for hearing what your favorites are. We'll figure out how to make it. I know a lot of other consultants have been doing the research of, okay, how much does it cost if I go get the fancy schmancy drinks at the coffee store versus what I can make it for at home? This astounded me. When this came out, we were told by home office, and it's true, I've seen it several places and even in talking to friends. Do you know how much the average person that is a fancy coffee store, what, like, patron, like they go there all the time? Do you know how much they spend a year?
A lot.
Yeah. The answer was $2,000 is the average. And then two of the gals that were on the call when I learned this, one of them used to be a barista at Starbucks. And she goes, yeah, with my discount, when I worked there, I spent $1,800 a year. She did the math of what her drinks were. So, guys, let me help you save some money. Let me help you get this deluxe coffee machine in your kitchen for free, either as a consultant or as a host. And it'll be available for everybody to buy next month. So, cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. I got that answer. And this one came from a very valuable source, so I do believe it. Okay, coffee or tea, which one could it be?